Hey everyone, NicMakesPlays here. Today I'm going to go over my Hecarim Azir deck. I'm really excited to show you guys this deck because I think Azir is extremely strong. I really want to find out the deck he's best in. This is a pretty strong deck, especially for him just coming out because it pushes insane damage. Like this deck can regularly push out 9-10 damage on turn 2, and I think that Azir fits the deck perfectly, and I want to see just how far Azir can be taken. I'm pairing with Hecarim right here because the Sand Soldiers are ephemeral, which can help level up Hecarim, and Hecarim can also push for big damage. So let's get into it. Alright, so the strategy of this deck is basically just to put out a lot of damage. You want to consistently open strong with Bark Beast, Butcher, Marauder, Dune Keeper, City Onlooker, Curse Keeper, and Fitting Icon. I'm going to go over the various ways that you can get 9-10 damage on turn 2. So, here we go. Alright, combo number 1. Bark Beast, Curse Keeper, Butcher, if you're attacking on turn 2. That's 10 damage. Bloodthirsty Marauder, Bark Beast, Dune Keeper. That's 10 damage. I should calculate that. Bark Beast, Fading Icon, Butcher. That's 9 damage. It just goes on, honestly. Like Bloodthirsty Marauder, Fading Icon, Butcher. It's 9 damage. It's basically like mixtures of different cards doing the same things because this is 3 attack. This Butcher enables the Curse Keeper, and you can also tribute the prey to someone on the field for free. And Stygian Onlooker is really strong because that can push for 4 damage each. So I guess a strong turn to play with this one would be like Bloodthirsty Marauder into Dune Keeper into Stygian Onlooker. That's 4-4-3. That was actually 11 damage. The reason why it's 11 is that Dune Keeper does the Sand Soldier summon. And then this says 1-1, Nexus Strike, deal 1 enemy Nexus. So he pushes 2 here, that's 2 damage for his attack. And then also he does 2 damage to this strikes because 1 here and then Nexus Strike, deal 1 damage. So if these both go through, it is 4 damage, which is extremely strong. So a lot of different mixtures of cards do similar things to push this huge damage output. And then the rest of the game, you kind of just finish off with Azir, levels up extremely easily in this deck. You have a Blade Caretaker for huge push. This is some Reach with Burn. Hecarim is like your bomb, and he's leveled up, and he just wins the game. I had 3 Phantom Prankster at first, and I wish I could fit 3 Phantom Prankster. I really like it in this deck, but right now it's just the one with the deck. All right, but let's go into it individually. 3-Artist Butcher enables Curse Keeper combos. Fading Icon is good as well with it. So basically, this is one of the ways you can output damages of 9-10 damage on turn 2. Bark Beast. Well, the first time an ally dies, grant +2/+2. If you attack with these guys and you put the Sand Soldier before him, it's ephemeral, so it always die during when it attacks, and that'll always guarantee the 3/3. But also Butcher enables this too, so it's very good. Usually just a 3/3 for 1. Bloodthirst Marauder to 3/1. Pretty straightforward. Doesn't really need anything else to make him do his 3 damage. He just straight up has it, the 3 attack. Dune Keeper. This is one of the best cards, probably in the whole entire expansion. This card is insanely strong because again, you push 4 damage if they both go through, but they usually can't block everything, which is nice because it's a summon that summons another guy. If you open like triple 1-drop, like Dune Keeper, Stygian Onlooker, Bark Beast or something, then you can just go Bark Beast on turn 1, Dune Keeper, then Stygian, and you have 4 units on turn 2. So then they can't block everything. Let's say they play a blocker each turn. Usually, sometimes they only have a 1-drop, but let's just say they play a blocker each turn. They can only block 2 out of the 4, so you're chipping for huge damage. This card also enables the Bark Beasts and all kinds of stuff. Its Sand Soldier are cute with the Phantom Prankster, and the Dune Keeper summons a Sand Soldier, which is ephemeral, which is very good. All right, 3 Stygian Onlooker. Nightfall give you +2/+0 on Fierce in this round. You want to play as a second card on the turn. You want to use it offensively, and it'll push for 4 damage each. If you have 2 of these, that's 8 damage. Basically like a 1-mana Decimate if it goes through. Next card, Curse Keeper. This is also one of the biggest damage outputs you can have. You usually play this on 2 when you want to combo with Butcher. But something else you can do is, even if you are attacking on 3, it's still amazing because you can go like Bark Beast, Curse Keeper in 2, Bladed Caretaker. Kill an ally to summon 2 saplings, so you kill your Curse Keeper, getting the Escape Abomination, the 4/3, and then you get 2 of these. And that's, so if you're attacking in non 2, the deck's so insanely strong because you just do the same thing, but you also have access to like Bladed Caretaker and Azir and stuff like that. Or if you really have crazy hands, you can go like turn 1 Bark Beast, like turn 2 double 1-drop, and then like turn 3 Azir or like Curse Keeper or whatever. And it's just no matter what, or Azir or Blade Caretaker or whatever, no matter what, you're gonna have insane damage output. Next week, Emperor's Dice. I actually just added this card to the deck. So before I was playing this deck without Hecarim, I ended up cutting him because I couldn't level him up fast enough. But I realized that the deck runs out of steam, even if you run 3 Glimpse Beyond, which I was running. It eventually runs out of steam. And this card kind of gives it like the longevity where you always have things to work with, like always have units. And it's really good with Prankster and it helps level Hecarim. So I'm trying it out right now. I don't know if it'll stay, but right now I think I do like it. 3 Fading Icon. It's kind of like a knockoff Curse Keeper. It has the Curse Keeper combos, but this summons a 4/3 with 4 attack, and this is only a 3/1. But it's only 1 less damage, and it makes the deck a lot more consistent because it enables these reliable turn 2 big damage combos. 3 Stalking Shadows to refuel and get more cards I can burn. Also to search for Doom Beast. It's really nice. Alright, 3 Azir. This card is insane, this deck. Let's look at it real quick. 3 mana, 1/5. When allies attack, someone attacking Sand Soldier. The Sand Soldier is just the 1/1. And then when allies attack, this is level up form. Summon attacking Sand Soldier. When you summon an ally, give us both +1/+0 this round. So you level them up by summoning 10 units. That is extremely easy to do in this deck. Like it is like no problem. You have them level up all the time. So why is that? Well, first off, you have all these 1-drops, right? So you're just summoning like multiple 1-drops and stuff like that. But Doom Keeper also summons other cards. This counts for 2 just off 1 mana. Curse Keeper's a summon that summons another card when it dies, so that's 2. Fancon summons the prey, so that's 2. Caretaker is insane. Blade Caretaker, this summons 1 itself and then summons 2 of these. So this is just 3 procs for this. And then if you do like, that's turn 3, let's say like turn 1 Doom Keeper attack, it's 2 out of 10. Turn 2 is this, that's 3 out of 10. Turn 3 is this, that's 1, 2, 3 plus the 4. So that's like 7 out of 10 already. And you're gonna. He also counts for himself when he levels up. So when you play him, he counts for one of his things. So when ally attacks, someone attacking Sand Soldier, and you both summon an ally, give us both +1/+0. So you usually just he gets like 5 attack, like 4 or 5 attack, but also just summons a Sand Soldier every turn. He's easy to level up and very good. He's like an Emperor's Dice on a body, basically. The one that summons a Sand Soldier whenever you attack. All right. Blade Caretaker, this is really good to hook away their blockers. They're ephemerals, level Hecarim. This enables your Curse Keeper combos and pushes for huge damage as well. 3 Doom Beast is like your reach of the deck. You kind of want to finish with this. You can get off Stalking Shadows, but really it's just to drain 2 from Nexus and get like your burn, like your oomph, your finisher. Next card is Phantom Prankster. I would like to fit more of these. I really would. I was having a version with 1 Hecarim and 3 of this, or like no Hecarim, 3 of this, but I think Hecarim's damage output is just so much higher. But I like how this is really good. Just keeping the back row, like a hard matchup sometimes for aggro is Freyr and Shadow Isles, but 3 health is actually kind of hard for them to deal with Phantom Prankster. So you can just play Phantom Prankster and then just chill. And then anytime they like Withering Wail your guys, like Vile Feast your guys, you just still burn 1. And then you still do your push, and if like you push in huge damage, whenever you're trying to remove anything, you're still doing damage, and it's easy to clean up the wins with a Phantom Prankster that matchup. But just in general, I like him. Or her, I guess. I do want to fit more, but it's really strong. So yeah, basically, the Sand Soldiers, they summon, they're ephemeral, and they die, and then you get the burn. Let's say you play like Doom Keeper or something. You attack with both. Even if they block, you still do 2 damage. If they don't block, they're taking damage. So it just makes it like really hard for them to avoid dying because there's no way around it really, besides just like having like an excited removal spell. It's also really nice with Bloody Caretaker because these are ephemerals too, and she right when it destroys something, you already do 1 damage off Prankster, and then these are also 2 damage plus the things attacking, so really good. And the last card, Hecarim. I had this in my starting build, I cut it, and now I'm adding it back to see how I like it. It's really strong because it has Overwhelm already, so if they can't block the Overwhelm, they take some chip damage. But you summon 2 of these Spectral Riders attacking, and those let you go wide, do big chip damage. The Sand Soldiers level them up because you attack with 7+ ephemerals. Then he levels up, and that can be done by Doom Keeper summons an ephemeral, Emperor's Dice summons ephemerals, Stalking Shadows ephemerals, Bloody Caretaker's ephemerals, Azir Sand Soldier ephemerals, and he summons 2 himself. The reason I like this card is that I was playing Glimpse Beyond to try and refuel, but even if I refueled, I still would get they'd stabilize and like they could just stop and heal and stuff. So I wanted more of a bomb. Like kind of like, okay, instead of me refueling and trying to go late with Glimpse Beyond, I play this on turn 6 and you lose on the spot if you can't deal with it. So I felt this was more pressure, I guess. And when he levels up, he gains +1, which is nice because he's Overwhelm. And then Ephemeral Eyes have +3/+0, so that includes the things he summoned. So really strong. All right, and that's the deck. Let's get into the games. All right, we're playing against Azir-Renekton. This is probably the new Ascended deck. So we're going second. So we went a mulligan for huge damage output. Here, I'm going to get rid of these because I want to go turn 1 Bark Beast, turn 2 Doomkeeper plus another 1-drop is my plan for the maximum damage output. All right, we have an insanely strong hand. Our damage output is through the roof. So turn 1 he plays Buried Sundisk. If he doesn't have Doomkeeper, we pretty much win. All right, so they always start with the Buried Sundisk. He plays on turn 1. We're going to play Doomkeeper here. This is already 7 damage. Pushing here is 11 damage on turn 2. 11 damage on turn 2. Pretty insane stuff. No. Okay, so there's a Doomkeeper. Kind of tragic. But it's fair. But if he didn't have, like, you know, a double blocker, then this would be 11 damage. This is probably, I think this is the most damage output on turn 2 you can do. I could keep this back and make him trade poorly, I suppose. This would be good for later. I just don't want him to block here with here. If this blocks either of these, then... Well, this can't block this, but if this blocks this, then it'll stay alive since it's a 3/3. If he takes it, he's taking 7. So, we're wider than him. We're overall in a good spot. Okay, so he's opting to take less damage here. Which I understand. This is a lot of damage. Alright. So the cool thing is our board is still pretty hefty, so we can still make a nice push next turn. Okay. Put what he needs on top of his deck. Fair enough. Alright. Here we put Emperor's Dais. Just get the Sand Soldiers running for the rest of the game. We don't want to play these right now. And I'm going to Stock Shadows next turn to enable the Nightfall for Stygian. Hopefully draw another Stygian so we can push for huge damage. Alright, there's a few more blockers here. Let's see what we get. These are really good. These are really good. This could be good for like the longevity of the game. This is the most immediate damage. This could be good for the longevity of the game because of the Emperor Dices, and this is just really good reach. This is a pretty tough one. I almost want to pick Prankster, but I think I'm gonna go Stygian just for this damage output this turn. It's hard for me to say no to 8 damage right now. I'm already not sure if I made the right decision, honestly. Another one. That's really good for him. Wow. Alright. Put that mirror one here in case we want to play this on one of our other turns, just so we have the ability to open attack, get a strong open attack in. I guess we'll keep our board here too. We do get this at least. If he has enough Shapestone, he takes 8. Okay. So we did 8 immediate damage. We can draw Hecarim to make a huge push. We have a Doom Beast here as well. He does have to keep dealing with this as well. Hopefully he attacks so we can start trading off these units. I'm gonna play this here. I feel like we're not gonna have space for room for Caretaker in general, because if I don't play anything, if I just play this, he's just gonna pass back and it's gonna be awkward. I could have played this here just to get like an open attack because we have more attackers than he has blockers, but I'm not sure if that was right or not. Alright, we'll play Doom Beast here. Try to go for an open attack. So, chipping away 2. Hopefully it passes here. Not gonna be that easy for us, huh? Alright, so he has 4 blockers and we have 6 attackers. Oh wow. Do I just play Hecarim? If I just play Hecarim attack, he summons 2 guys, himself, and then 2 more here. Alright, we'll summon Hecarim. I'll bite. We'll summon Hecarim. He will level this turn, which is pretty huge. There isn't really many answers in Mono Shurima, like Quicksand can make him weaker. But he has so much health, right? That I don't really see him being able to answer this Renekton. I was afraid that he would have like Renekton plus a buff. So we have 5 things here. Attack with 1 more, so 1's the most amount of attack. Push. Alright. So if he kills Hecarim here, these all weaken during this attack, and if he doesn't, then they're huge. So he's a buff. He probably has like Shapestone here. Shapestone would do it. Pretty strong though. Oh, okay. Connected with this Predator. Alright, so we still chip 2 damage here off the Overwhelm, which is nice. So we do 2 here, 3 here, 1 here. That's lethal either way. Yep. GG's. Alright, cool. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, we're playing against Elise, PNZ Shadow Isles. I suppose this new concurrent timeline deck that's said to be really strong. We'll see how it goes. So the best damage output we have on turn 1 is Dunekeeper, because Dunekeeper can do 4 damage. They don't block anything. Hecarim we want to draw into later. It's actually kind of weird. This card is so good. I like don't want to get rid of it, but I think we want to go turn 1 this, turn 2 Cursekeeper Fading Icon, turn 3 Bloody Caretaker is the plan. So that's the plan I'm going to go for here. Okay, pretty good. It's got exactly what we wanted. And we have Azir for later. So Azir we usually play on a defensive turn after the first 3 turns, because you want to just have the best damage output for turn 1, 2, and 3. That's usually how you mulligan. It's the best damage output for turn 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so 4 damage turn 1. You can see just how strong that really is in an aggressive deck. Stands quite powerful overall. Is it Elise? He's thinking pretty hard. I guess it's not Elise. If it was Elise, he'd probably just put it down right now. Stalking Shadows. Okay. Let's see if he runs a Hapless Aristocrat. And if he does he get it? No. Okay. Cursekeeper here. He's now tapped under Commander of Withering Wail, so we're less afraid to play the Bloody Caretaker here. That's really good. So it's still like worth playing this now instead of playing this first, or Azir, like both of these. The damage output on this card is just so insanely high. Like as you can see, all this damage here, that we're just gonna use it to push. And then next turn we can put like Azir or Prankster plus Marauder. Okay, so he did draw that, but it's a bit late. We definitely want to draw it the turn prior. Alright, turn 3 is at 6 health. Pretty crazy stuff, man. Pretty crazy stuff. This happens like every game. Yeah. This happens like every game. This isn't like a one-time thing. This is like every single game. It just goes just like this. So, a really strong deck. Huge damage output. Huge damage output. Alright, playing against Vlad Braum. We're going first again this time. Let's see what we get. Alright, I'm going to mulligan my whole hand, because I want to try and get the turn 1 plays for sure. As much as I want to keep this for turn 3, I think we have other ways to do the damage as well, and we really want to see the turn 1, 2, 3 play. We can still draw Butcher or draw the Cursekeeper. I mean the Caretaker again. So we'll play this here. Same thing as last time. This is 4 damage turn 1. They don't really run many blockers here, like Omen Hawk if anything. That card, okay. That's alright. Some run that, some don't. Okay. Fine by me. Chipping 2 damage here. If we were to draw a Butcher or a Caretaker here, would be an amazing spot. Passing. I'm only afraid of like Avalanche and Death Lotus. Most run Avalanche, maybe some run Death Lotus. I think we just go with the 1-drops here and then play Azir would be nice. Because the only way we can enable these, is if we have the Butcher, the Caretaker, which we don't currently have. Oh wow. Yeah, I guess we can't really say no to that damage now that we're here. So we'll play the Cursekeeper. This is better on defensive turns because we want to do huge pushes on offense, and then when you have like next turn while you're not attacking, you can just put a Azir in the back row. All right, new surrenders. GG. GG. All right, everyone. That's my Azir aggro deck. So far, that's what I figured out with Azir. Like the best I've had in like the day or two the expansion's been out. I really want to look into Azir in the future. I think he's super powerful, and there's so much more to do with him. Like he levels up extremely easily, and he just keeps generating value over and over and over again, as well as getting strong himself. So I feel like he's really good in aggro, but he also can be good in like a lot of other stuff. Even the Sand Soldiers can be used to generate card advantage. Like if I glimpse this deck, I could glimpse them, stuff like that. I've seen some like Lucian Azir. There's the Ascended deck, all kinds of cool stuff. So I want to look into Azir for sure in the future. But right now, this deck's really strong. I think this deck can boost you up the ranks really fast. Like you saw how fast our games were. Those games go like that almost every time. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I stream on Twitch every day at 6:30 p.m. EST at twitch.tv/NicMakesPlays. But feel free to follow, subscribe on YouTube, whatever, and I'll have daily videos coming with all the new stuff in the Extreme expansion. So catch you guys later. Peace.